Today, I have spawned in every single civilian building so that we could give them names. So you and your buddies, when you're playing, you won't be like, hey, there's a guy over by that house. And then they say, which house? And then you say the house over there on the left. And they say, which house on the left? Your left or my left? And then they say, oh, I just got shot by a guy and I'm dead. So let's go over these callouts. Boom. And it begins with the bar. This is a building that you find in almost every single town in DayZ. It is always there, omnipresent. It is called a bar because if you go inside here, there's a bar behind the counter, okay? So this is the bar, not to be confused with the tavern or the pub. This building is called the pub. If you go inside here, you will see that it also has a little pub element going on. This building has 2 fireplaces, one upstairs and one downstairs, okay? So this is the pub or the tavern, and this is the bar, okay? Next, we have a family of houses, the 2-story variant. So we have the 2-story green, the 2-story brown, the 2-story red, and the 2-story light brown, okay? And if we go into this building right here, we'll see that we have to turn right. And if we go into the 2-story red, oh God. And if we go into the 2-story red, we will see we have to turn right, okay? Different insides, but ultimately the same layout. And we could say the same about the brown and the green here, okay? If I go up top, I have to turn left in this one. And if I go up top in this green one, I also have to turn left. So these buildings have varying layouts as far as what is inside of these rooms, but ultimately they're always going to be the same. 2-story brown, 2-story green, 2-story light brown, and 2-story red. Next up, we have the small colored houses. So we have here the watermelon house, because it's green and red and green. We have the kiwi house, because it is kiwi oriented colors. We have the Rasta house, because it is green, yellow, and then red right there. So this is the Rasta house. And then we have the green Rasta, which is just, it's a green variant of the Rasta house. It is the exact same house, with, I believe, just a little bit different interior. Yeah, so the interior is a little bit different ultimately. But so we have the Rasta house, the green Rasta, we have the kiwi house, and we have the watermelon house. Next up, we have gun house. So this building on the left here, this is called the gun house. Okay. It also has the grandma colors on the back, but this one is called gun house. It used to always spawn a gun in it, guaranteed, way back in the day. And this is called plain gun house. Doesn't have any of the colors on it. It's the exact same building, just doesn't have the colorful drapes or anything like that. Next up, we have grandma's house, which is this house here. This used to always spawn food. So people named it the grandma's house because it's like your grandma. She just keeps plundering your belly. And then we have plain grandma's house or brown grandma's house, okay? And it's the exact same building, just with the different interior and different colors outside, okay? So we have the gun house. We have plain gun house, grandma's house, and plain grandma's house. Now this one's kind of tricky because we have 2 orange bricks here, but we call one half orange and one full orange. Okay, this one's called half orange because when you go inside, you only use half of the house. Okay, we're only in half of the house. Whereas if I go in full orange over here, when I open this door, I can go into both sides of the house. Okay, so these are both accessible. And also there's an exit over there. So this is called half orange brick, and this is called full orange brick. Okay. You can also tell the difference because this one has a small little brown thing on the side, and this one's got a big brown thing on the side. So full orange brick, half orange brick. Now this one here is called the piano house. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wow, this guy's an egomaniac. He named this piano house because he loves the piano. And I bet you're even thinking, I didn't even know this guy played piano until the moment he said that. Well, no, actually, there's a piano in the house. And that's the blood of all the people in the comments talking shit. Also one of the most secure buildings because it has 3 doors down there, has this completely safe area up here, and then a window to peek out of as well. So incredibly powerful house, probably one of the most OG houses in all of DayZ. I believe it was in the mod. This one's called Piano House. Next up, we have the single houses. So none of these houses have a variant in DayZ, so they will only ever be the way that they are, without mods, that is. This is called Peach Roof. Okay, some people used to call this the Apple House because it had an apple orchard and Berenzino next to it, but this is called Peach Roof. Okay. Next up, we have Anne Frank's house, or the attic house, and that is because it has an attic here. Okay. I like to come up here and just peek. Boop, boop. See if there's loot, and then come back down. Also, big loot in that room over there. Okay, so we have Anne Frank's house or the attic house. Next up, we have the barn house. This is a terrible house for making a fire if you ever need to, because oh my goodness, there's windows everywhere. So this is called the barn house because from the outside, kind of looks like a barn up top, the frame of it. Okay. We have 2-story beige or just beige house. Okay, this is a one-of-a-kind building that is, in my opinion, really dangerous. I always die in here for some reason. I don't know why, even though it feels very secure. Very nice stairway that goes up top to 2 bedrooms. Okay, or 2 beds. After this, we have the green mustache. So if you look at the front, it looks like a face with a mustache right there. You don't see it? Okay, well, you got me. We call it green mustache, okay? This is a great building. Has a really good fire in here that you could cook at, and you could hold this stairwell and make sure you keep yourself safe the whole time. But this is called the green mustache. Next up, we have the 3 stilted houses. So we have the green stilted, the brown stilted, and the red stilted. All of these are ultimately really good for making fires in because they all have the large fireplace. They will have different interiors though and layouts inside, but ultimately you will just call them by their color and call them stilted because they are raised houses. That's why they call them stilted. Okay, so different interior, once again large fire. Same thing over here for this guy, and they all have a second entrance in the door over here as well. Okay, so big fireplace, different inside interior though. So we have green stilted, we have brown stilted, and we have red stilted. Okay. Next up, we have the log cabins. Okay. We have small log cabin, which is this one because you only have the one room that you can go into. Okay, right here. And we have big log cabin, which is the 2-bedroom living space here. If you come in, you'll see the quarters. 300 square feet. No, we have 2 rooms here. So we have this fire, and then we also have this one. So some people call them, in any way they differentiate between small or half cabin or big cabin, large cabin, right? Full cabin. So we have small cabin, big cabin. Next up, we have some floating buildings here, but we have Blue Medical. Okay. You can guess why it's called that. This is Blue Medical. It's in a lot of civilian towns on the coast. It's like the starting medical area's medical building. Next to that, we have the hospital. So this building here is called the hospital. It has a stairway over here with a nice little nook that you could get behind over here. It's a stairway that goes up ultimately to the roof where you can overlook all of Electro and kill all the bad guys. Okay, so we have the hospital and the Blue Medical. We have 2 different forms of medical tents. So we have the full medical tent and we have the shower. So this is meant for, like, imagine you're on a spaceship and this is like the area, right? So that's why this is called the shower and this is called the medical tent. So we have 2 different office buildings here. These are both called the office buildings in the files, but I call this one TEC because there was a building in Cherno a long time ago that was this one. It had TEC on the side, so we call this TEC building. And this is the one that has just a solo up side over there. Also, this is used for medical components in a lot of servers. So you'll get a lot of servers that have, for example, Namal's uses this as a medical zone. Okay. And this is called Glass Office. Okay. It used to be called school, but in the files, it is not a school. It is a 3-story glass office. And you could come all the way up top and go here and you could look out. And Electro, also a murder building, this one. So we have Glass Office and we have TEC building. Next up, we have the school. Okay. A lot of maps put a well right in the middle of this, but this is the school. It has a basketball court. It has classrooms. It has all of that stuff. Okay. This is called the school. Next up, we have the apps. So we have a small app and a large app. Normally this goes in a 2-stack and it gets even higher, right? But so we have small apartments and we have large apartments. When it comes to apartments, always count like how many floors from the top or how many floors from the bottom the person is and which window over. Okay. Next up, we have the markets. Okay. So we have 2 supermarket buildings, essentially the exact same building here and here. The only difference is this one has the concrete stairs. Okay. But these are both called the supermarket or the market. So both of these will be the store, the supermarket, or the market. This one right here is called the scope store. Okay, scope store if you really want to get into it. But it is a little smaller market. It has a little back area here that you can exit out of. Okay, so this is called the scope store and these are called the store or the market. Next up, we have the different stations. Okay, so we have the old fire station. We have new fire station. So this is at Northwest Airfield now. New fire station, old fire. Okay. We also have a bus station right here. That's what this is. It normally comes with this green wall. I put that in there very poorly. Actually, pretty clean. Oh my goodness. Okay, you can't tell when you get close. But so this is the bus station here. This is police, and this is new police right here. So police station and new police station. Reason being, this building is a little bit older in DayZ, and this one got added in not too long ago. So we have old police and new police. So those are all the buildings we're going to cover right now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the different locations, and we're going to sort of play like a flashcard thing. I'm going to show you 2 buildings without putting any titles on it, and you're going to tell me, or maybe even more than 2 buildings, and you're going to tell me what the buildings are. And every time you get one right, I want you to consider that like a point, okay? And we're going to go through all of them, and then the second time I show you the same building, I'm going to put the name of it underneath, and you could check it, sort of like a flashcard, but on the go sort of situation, hopefully to help you guys get the names faster. But let's do it. Good luck. Tell me your score in the chat. Bye-bye. In this one, we have all 4 of these. This one, we have all 4 of these. So what's this one? What's this one? What's this one? And what's this one? Next is this guy and that guy. So they look almost identical, but remember, one of them has this coloring on the side. All right, these 4 right here, 3 right. All right, these 3 right here. I guess if you name one, you kind of name all of them, but I'm gonna give you guys +1 no matter what. These are both log cabins. It's hard to differentiate between them, but remember, small cabin or half cabin is the one with no side room, okay? And big cabin is the one with the side room. That's +2 to everybody. That's +2 to everybody. Add it up. Add it up. I'm not going to give you this one, though. Which one is which? We got this guy right here. And we got this guy right here. And that guy right there. That guy right there. For anyone who watched the entire video, I'm pretty sure you got this one. I believe in you. I'm just gonna give you a hint. I'm just gonna zoom in right here. We're just gonna go into this classroom here. Where would they have that at? Okay, let's go on. So here, small apps, big apps. I'm not gonna quiz you on that one. I think you got that. Small apps, big apps. Hopefully this helps you, whether or not you're playing with a random player or you're playing with your best friend, really getting into a rhythm with them and figuring out what the comms are for the different buildings. Not only knowing direction, north, south, east, west is going to help you, but also having names for the buildings. So if you play with someone regularly, maybe share this video to them, so that both of you can be on the same page about all the different callouts. And if you have something, maybe like a certain building that I call Gun House, but you call Rebecca's house, just let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to annotate the YouTube video to fit whatever the majority is letting us know they want to name these buildings, okay? And maybe even I'll do some more with industrial callouts and also military callouts in the future. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Wish you all the best. Subscribe, like, and do all the good things, and bye-bye.